Alrighty, ready, roo. Let's get this going. Good afternoon for those in Central Time Zone and Eastward, and good morning to those in the Western Time Zone or Mountain Time Zone and Westward. It is Monday, so of course we are back with the rest of our build here. Congratulations to Alex on getting first. Devin for getting second. And Book for getting third. Devin also redeemed coin of the day. So we're going to grab... I've already grabbed the coin. I was just getting it out of the case. And this brings back some memories. So, the coin for today is my Combat Dining In coin from when I was in Iraq. So, this is the coin here. Come on, focus camera. Not gonna focus, is it? Alright, well, let's switch over to our build cam then. Because we can get it to focus on the build cam. There we go. As you can see, it's got the Air Force emblem and the Army emblem. While it was called Kirkuk Air Base, there was only about 250 Air Force members on the base, and about 5,000 Army. So it was more of an Army base, but it was being operated by the Air Force. So, and like I said, this says Combat Dining In. So there are actually two different types of dining experiences when it comes to the military. So you have the Combat Dining In and the Combat Dining Out. Combat Dining In takes place on the military installation, and you usually wear fatigues in order to not in order to, but you wear fatigues to the dining in. Typically as well, there's what's called the grog. The grog is a 5-gallon igloo water jug, like you would see on the back of like a construction vehicle or something like that, that would have water for the workers. However, we fill it with alcohol. Now, granted, in Iraq, we were under what's called General Order Number 1, which means no alcohol, no sex, whatever. No fun, really, is what General Order Number 1 is for. It's to maintain order and discipline. So, of course, we didn't have any alcohol, but we did have near beer, which it is quote-unquote a non-alcoholic beer. I think it had like 0.1% alcohol. So we had that, and basically what we did is we took lemonade and Gatorade and, tea, whatever liquid we could get our hands on, and we dumped it into this bucket, and we called it the grog. And there were certain rules of engagement that you had to abide by during the Combat Dining In. And if you broke any of those rules, you had to report to the head of the table and the master of arms and receive your punishment. Typically, your punishment was something along the lines of you had to navigate the obstacle course that they had set up, and should you fail at any point during the obstacle course, you then had to go and drink from the grog. Which, of course, the obstacle course was impossibly difficult to get through. It's you still could, theoretically, but it was very difficult. So most people, they couldn't get through it anyway. Some people would just opt to drink from the grog and not even do the obstacle course. So anyway, but then you also have what's called the combat dining out. The combat dining out is a very formal affair in the military. You're dressed to the nines. You're wearing your, if you're in the Air Force, if you're an E7 or higher, you're going to have what's called mess dress, which is basically a tuxedo. If you're E6 or below, you're going to wear what's called semi-formal. It's going to be your military dress uniform, but instead of having your blue Air Force shirt, you're going to have a white shirt underneath to look similar to the tuxedos. And it's a black tie event. If you're in the Army, I believe all NCOs will be in what's called their mess dress. Okay, it's not a requirement for E7s to have mess dress, but if you show up at a formal affair as an E7 without mess dress, you're going to get some looks. In the Army, I'm not 100% sure what their guidelines are, but I know a lot of NCOs have mess dress in the Army. So I don't know if they have that same kind of stipulation, but it's for their NCOs. Ours is basically just all senior NCOs. And of course, all officers have to have it. Now, the military doesn't give you a clothing allowance for that. You have to go out and buy that on your own, and it can cost anywhere between $500 and $1,000, depending upon the size that you are, what accoutrements that you need on it, what alterations have to be done to it. So it's a very expensive ordeal, which is why the Air Force doesn't typically expect you to have mess dress until you're an E7. So that's the two different combat dining. And the combat dining out, there isn't the same stuff as there is with the combat dining in. One combat dining in that I went to, we actually had an obstacle course, and everybody had like super soakers and water balloons and stuff. So as you were going through the course, you were getting hit with water balloons and stuff like that. The one I did here in Iraq was actually taking place in the dining facility, so we didn't have anything like that. It was strictly just the obstacle course and the grog. But the one that I went to where we actually had water guns and stuff, we had an all-out water battle, and it was really cool. So there's a whole bunch of different traditions and stuff that are interesting when it comes to the military, and this is one of the ones that I really enjoyed. So we will get this put up into our coin rack. There we go. It is now on display right up here, and it will be there until the next coin of the day is redeemed, at which time then I will take the 9 that are currently up there and retire them back to the bowl to be put back away, and then we'll start getting another 9 put up there. Or maybe I'll just retire the ones on the back. That way each coin can go through all 3 progressions. That's probably what I'll do. Hopefully everybody had a good weekend. If you didn't, I'm sorry. If you celebrated Father's Day this past weekend, happy Father's Day. If your country doesn't do Father's Day on the second Sunday in June, then whenever your Father's Day is, I hope you have a good one. Oh, that was nice of my my little village character there to cover my mouth for me while I was coughing. So for Father's Day, I went and I smoked some ribs on my smoker that I got for my Father's Day / birthday. I don't know what that was. Oh, that's my flirt bait. Okay. That's not what I wanted there. That's what I want. Nope, that's not what I want. This is what I want. Okay. We got our little character here that we're going to build. Little lady here carrying a briefcase. But I did 2 racks of ribs. One was Chipotle pineapple. It was really good. And the other one was my traditional applewood rub. Turned out really good. I did some potatoes in the Instapot. Along with some corn. And I made Book hungry while she was streaming yesterday. Alright, here's our little character with her little briefcase. I'll sit her over here with the good people. Oh, we need to get the coal tender back out. So we're going to be building the trucks for the coal tender so we can get it up onto the railroad tracks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. We went to the Memphis Zoo on Saturday. Dodging raindrops. It wasn't too bad, though. I think I talked a little bit about it on Saturday night. That was dumb. Should have done that. Okay, am I blind? Are we missing a whole truck? Oh, no, no, we're not. No, oh, God. Okay. I saw in there that it said to make 2. It meant to make 2 of these little pieces. I'm sitting here trying to make a whole nother truck. Whew, okay. See, I would have preferred that they put... Wait. Why is mine different? Because this one is supposed to be back an extra spot. Okay. Well, they didn't show that. I wish they would have. But I would have preferred they put something here like a 2x3 or whatever. That way when I clip this on it, it just makes it more structurally sound. But that's me. All right, we need a 2x6, which this looks like a 2x6. Yep. Flip that over and grab this 1x3, and it goes there. And then we grab another 1x3, and it goes there. And then we grab a 1x6, and it goes here. I need that and that. Yeah. Don't want to live for nothing. Just want to be something. So hopefully, though, everybody had a good weekend. Ah! Kissing the cup. Alright, there's that. It's been years since we touched. Alright, and then these tuck underneath. I don't know how far, but we're going to tuck them all the way for now. We can pull them out later. Just makes it easier for doing stuff. I knew we'd be more than friends. Nope, that's not where you go. Dadgummit. You weren't supposed to do that. Ah, okay. Now's the time to not let them be tucked underneath like I wanted. Dang it. Are you serious? Where'd you go? There you are. Really, how'd you get... How'd you get wrapped up in hair just by falling down on the floor? Oh, wow. It balances. So tomorrow's a big day for us. Our daughter is heading out for her trip to Europe. Not by her lonesome, though. She's going with her school. But she's not going with either one of us. So. It's one of those things where it's like she's becoming her own adult, and now you follow her. Which in about 6 months she will be an adult, so that's scary to think too. Called an octopus. I don't hate you. That's kind of neat. I'm thinking those are supposed to be like little stairs. Ow. That's not cool, foot. Why you do that to me? So the goal for today is to finish this up. There's 40 bags, and we've just now completed bag 35. We got 5 more bags to go. Which, since this is the coal tender, that tells me that it's just going to be the engine. Round them up, let's go. Round them up, let's go. All I can see is red. This from the blood we've shed. They don't know where we've been. Oh, we need some more track. Only way I'm leaving is dead. And that's the state of my head. All right. There we go. From the blood we've shed. On the bag number 36. We got a bunch of extra parts that are needed in this one. Looks like that. Times 2, so both of these. We're going to need 2 of these. And that. and that. So I was thinking about diversifying my stream a little bit more. Maybe adding in a stream somewhere. Uh, I do have a diamond art project that I started working on back in 21 that is still not complete. In fact, I haven't touched it since I got done with Operation Allies Welcome when I was at Fort Dixon, New Jersey, where we were bringing in the Afghan refugees. A muscle! So I've thought about doing a stream or something like that, or maybe I'll do it for like a special occasion. Speaking of special occasions, I did not get the badge done in time. Well, actually, I didn't even start it. Book started working on a badge for me for my affiliate anniversary, and she couldn't get the badge right. And I found it on her Canva. So I finished it up today. And it's a Tuka Tuka Choo Choo badge. And I have it set to run through mid-July. So basically, anybody that subscribes between now and then, or if you watch 5 hours of my stream between now and then, you'll get the Tuka Tuka Choo Choo badge. And it's to commemorate us building the Choo Choo. All right, I need these two here. These two here. And 6 of these. So there's 3, 4, 5, and 6. So there's that. And there's that. That. But would that be something y'all would like to see? Me do something besides Legos and whatever video game I'm doing for Beer and Steer? I've done some cross stitch in the past too. And some latch hook. Don't ask me to crochet or knit. I'm sure Book could probably teach me. But I would prefer not to. That's all we need is another person to have a crafting addiction. Nope, not that one. This one. That. 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 Let's face it, I probably would never have a crafting addiction. I'm addicted to video games. That's the reason I stream Legos, to force me to build my Legos. I love Legos. I just love video games more. Nope, that's a 3. I'm glad they fixed Adobe, because last week I was trying to bring up the Adobe and it would just lock up. Hmm. 1, 2, 3, and 4. But I also learned when I was at work this past week that the update that Adobe did also broke our license. So we weren't able to edit any Adobe product, not products, Adobe documents. It took them a couple days, but they got it fixed. That's one of those, what did y'all do? And why was this update not properly vetted before you pushed it out? That's another thing that kills me. So when I was IT, at one point in time, I was part of our patch team. And what we would do is we would take the patches that Microsoft pushed out, and then we would download them to a standalone machine. And from there, we would adapt the patches to our network. And then we would send it out to, say, 50 machines. Usually IT people in our own unit. Just to see if it broke anything. And if it didn't, then we would send it out to another 100. What's up, Trell? Welcome in, welcome in. And if everything went well with that batch of 100, then we would push it out to the rest of the base. But we would do a 50, then we would do 100, and then we would push it out. So I don't know what Adobe was doing, but they definitely borked it up. I mean, part of the reason why we did so much testing is because we didn't want to hear from the wing commander that we broke his machine, because that's just not a thing you want to have happen. Oh, look at Frosty. It's predicting that Trail's going to be coming back soon. Y'all heard it here first, everybody. Frosty says Trail's coming back. The question is, how soon is soon? Wow, 10 of these. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. However you want it, however you need it. One, two, three, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In the stupid games, this picture frame, my own hands. Uh, I apologize. Trail's not even going to dignify that with a response. Actually, he probably doesn't have. He probably got it muted because of being at work. Okay, it is this one. It just looks different than what they show in the thing. Okay. Oh, well, that's an issue. There we go. That's why they want you to put these on first. Because you can't put them on once the other wheel is on. Alright, and then we will do the same thing on this other side. These two are all on the bottom. That's weird, but okay. Need that, that, and this. Hey now, be getting sassy with me. Where'd the other piece go? Oh, it's supposed to go underneath. Kevin! I don't know where this goes, though. But it goes right underneath here. Yeah, where? 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe here? Let's try that. That looks kind of ish, right? Hey, I guessed right. Working and lurking. All right, you be safe out there. Oh, this time it has it upside down like this so you can see where it goes. That's dumb. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on. There we go. And this goes here. And this goes here. And now on to bag 37. We might have to find something else to do. We keep booking along at this pace. Oh, we got a bunch of tiny pieces. Okay, that might slow us down a little bit. I need 4 of these. 1, 2, 3. And 4. And then we need 1, 2 of these. One. Two of those. Okay. So these go there. Right there. And these go here. And there. All right. And then these pieces here. All right. Now then we need these two. They go right here and right here. So for those of you that want to check out what I've gotten so far, I've only got 8 items currently in my store on Fourth Wall, but the stickers are the newest item. There's mouse pads, there's this desk mat here, there's hoodies, well, hoodie, there's a t-shirt, a travel mug, a coffee cup, which I've seen on my stream a couple times, and the koozie that I've seemed to have lost. I had it for all my beer and steers, but it seems to have grown legs and disappeared, so I'm going to have to probably buy another one, because I have no idea where it went. So but like I said, the stickers are the newest one. That's the logos and stuff that I've created for the different things. So like there's a steam engine there that says Tuka Tuka Choo Choo, because, you know, playing Project Zomboid, I was always running around collecting all the zombies and letting everybody else kill them as I was doing the Tuka Tuka Choo Choo. There's also the Looney Bin Trucking, which I'm going to change the Arctic Wolf virtual trucking company to Looney Bin Trucking Company and make that the new logo. Of course, on Saturday nights we have Beer and Steer, so there's the logo for Beer and Steer. It says Beer and Steer, and it's got a beer bottle and a steering wheel. And of course, I play Farm Sim a lot, so we have Looney Bin Farms. It's got a combine in the middle of the field with a cow. So I thought that looked really cool as well. So got those, and then of course the logo for the stream itself. That's dead center. So that's the 9 stickers that you can get. If you catch me in the fishing game, you have the choice between a gifted sub or the Looney Bin stickers, because they're both roughly the same. There's my instructions. Like, I lost my instructions. All right. I need those 2. And these 2. And maybe that's what we'll do when I get done with this, is maybe we'll hop on the Fourth Wall. I want to create a shirt for Beer and Steer. So maybe we'll do that when we're done doing this. Uh-oh. Did it go all the way back over here? There's usually two of them. Yep, okay, so... Keep wanting to use my index finger. Or pointer, whatever you want to call it. But every time I press on it, it's like, nope, that's not a good idea. Okay, so I do need this one. And I need this. That's what goes in there. Looks like a steering wheel, but it's actually a valve. Hence the reason why it's next to a pressure gauge. To open and close the valve. To increase or decrease the pressure. I saw... There it is. I was like, I saw it just a minute ago. I know it's here. We've got a round pressure gauge too. Yep. To me, stick to me like caramel. Oh, that's cool. This is going to be the opening to the firebox. That's cool. All right, so I need 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So there's those 4. And I need these 2 and these 2. Stick to me like caramel. Do them opposite. Just because I think it looks nicer. All right, the last 2 stickers. All right, ads are going to be starting soon. We do 3 minutes worth of ads every hour. The reason we do 3 minutes is because it gets rid of the pre-rolls. So when people come in to see the Tuca, they don't have to watch a whole bunch of ads prior. And we put it all into one block of 3 minutes in order to reduce the amount of times that the stream is interrupted by ads. The benefit to this is there's 3 minutes where we can pause the stream. I will stop building and people can get a drink, a snack, stretch their legs, use the restroom, what have you, and not worry about missing any of the build. Additionally, if you are subscribed to the channel, you do not get ads. Also, if you have Twitch Turbo, you do not get ads. But you don't need either one of those to enjoy the content here, because as I said, I stop the build crap during ads. Double crap. Where'd the other one go? Oh, there it is. So when the ads start, I will stop building, and there's the ads. So we will stop building. There's that step. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the next step. I put these away because I don't have any more stickers. All right, and then I need these two. Those two. That. 1, 2, and 3. And there's that step. I hate everyone to the bitter end. And then we need these two. And then we need a wrench and a hammer, because, you know, if something's not working, you just got to hit it with a hammer. If something is working, you hit it with a hammer. All right, and then we'll need that. Oh, there's the piece I was looking for earlier. That no, it's not. No, it's not. Nope, nope. It's not. I hate everyone to the bitter end. Yep, that piece. So there's that. And then we need 1, 2. Nope, not that one. And 3. Along with 1, 2, and 3, and 1, and 2. There we go. And then we need this and this for the next step. And then we'll need, no, you get back over here. Then we need that. And this for that step. And we'll scroll back up because ads are almost over. So I know I share a lot of viewers with Carrot, and a lot of y'all were probably in his stream earlier, and he was talking about how he feels guilty that his wife is the one that's out, you know, making the bulk of the money and paying the bills and stuff, while he's at home streaming and crafting and doing stuff like that. And I'm sure my wife understands that as well. She's been a stay-at-home mom for many years. But at the same time, you know, being that person that goes out and makes the money, uh I feel like I miss out on a lot of the stuff around the house because I am gone a lot. Like, for instance, uh grocery shopping and stuff. I have no clue what's in this house. My wife can sit there and go, "We need to go grab this or that because, you know, we're out of it." I'm like, "How do you know we're out of it? I've got no clue what's in this house." And God forbid if anything was to happen to her, I don't know how I would do any grocery shopping because, like I said, I don't know what's in the house to begin with, so I don't know what we'd be out of. And I know the thought process is, well, just go shopping with her. Well, yeah, but you know, I get home from work at 4 o'clock ish, and the last thing I really want to do is leave the house to go grocery shopping because I literally just got home from work, which is why she normally goes grocery shopping while I'm at work. Because what I like, or I shouldn't say what I like, what I would like to have happen is, I know being a stay at home mom, you never leave your job because your job is the house. But what I would have liked to have happen is that when I come home from work, then that's it. Yeah, there's going to be, you know, having to make dinner and stuff like that, and dishes. And I try to help out as much as I can there, you know. Uh, I try and cook on the weekends, and I try to do the dishes on the weekends. Sometimes she beats me to them. But I want it to be where when I get home from work, she doesn't have to work anymore either. Her her job for the day is done as well. And we can both just kind of relax. That's my goal. All my work's done, all her work's done. We can play video games or craft or watch people on Twitch or, you know, go lay in bed and watch a movie, whatever. That's my goal. If need be, maybe we can just tag team dinner and dishes, and then it's not just one person doing it. It's kind of nice right now because we have the kids, and the kids have their designated days where they do dinner. And here in a couple months, Bubba will be 16, so he will have to do uh, dishes on the day that he cooks, just like Sissy does dishes on the days that she cooks. So you have the kids that they do 2 days, so that leaves 5 days left. Saturday and Sunday, I try to make my days to cook. So that's another 2 days, which, unfairly kind of leaves a third day that nobody's cooking. And that kind of defaults to her. So she cooks 3 nights a week. I cook 2 nights a week, and the kids each cook 1 night a week. Maybe that'd be something we can talk about when the kids are 18, is now they have to do 2 nights a week. I don't know. But I think that's the thing with all the couples, is trying to find that balance, especially when one couple is home all the time and the other one is gone all the time. Ah, about to say, wait a minute. So I feel Carrot's frustration, but don't lose sight of, your spouse's frustration. And it's a compromise, working together. I really try to make it too where when Book is doing her Sunday lazy stream, that's basically her day off. That's what I that's what I try to do. Does it always work? No. That's what I try to do. Because I do the dishes, I do the cooking. I try to make it to where all she has to do is focus on her stream for that day. That's a lot of leftover pieces. I mean, they're all small, but that's a lot of leftover pieces. I don't think I missed anything. No? Oh, I did. No, I didn't. I didn't miss that. Okay. No? Okay. I mean, they are tiny pieces, so it's possible. It's a lot of tiny pieces, though. Am I the best husband in the world? No. I know that. Is it my fault? Yeah. Do I try to be better? I do. Let's see here. What's up, Carrot? Rubs fuzzy stuff on top of Tuca. There we go. How are you doing, Carrot? How was the rest of your stream? I was just talking about you. Yes, the talkies. I was talking about how, you were saying that you felt guilty that you're at home and the wife is working. And I have a different perspective because my wife is at home and I'm out working. And I was given my perspective from the other side of the fence. I need that, 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 and these two. Is this Hollywood Undead? Maybe. No, All Good Things. Featuring Hollywood Undead. So, Hollywood Undead is part of it, but they aren't the main artist. But I was just saying how, the person that stays home, that's their job is at the house, and so they never get to leave the house. And so, like with Book, I try to give her a day off, typically on Sunday, by doing, you know, cooking, doing dishes, stuff like that. Try and give her a break as well. And this goes this way. It looks like it goes right here. That's also why on Saturdays we go and do things as a family in order to get her out of the house so she's not all cooped up in here all the time. And then Sunday's kind of, my relaxed day. So we stay home on Sundays. We've been doing that for several years now. I think it started when we were in Virginia. We started because I want to say we got into a little bit of an argument one weekend because she wanted to go and do something, and I was tired from work, and I didn't want to go and do anything. And then she'd brought up that she's home all the time, and she just wants to get out of the house. And so we came up with a compromise that on Saturdays we would go and do things as a family outside the house, and on Sundays we would hang out at the house. That way I could stay home, since I'm never home. I don't know how far back that wants to go. But that it's all a compromise. You got to talk with your partner and figure out, what their wants and needs are, what your wants and needs are, and come to a compromise. So Saturdays are her days. We go and do things as a family, get her out of the house. Sundays are my days, which is usually hanging out at the house. Need that. Ow, son of a jack-o'-lantern. That sucker hurts. That. This. All right. So, looks like it goes this way. This goes through here and into here. And this goes onto here. That goes into here. And this goes onto here. And this goes onto here. And this goes onto there. I don't mind some technic aspects of building. I just can't do all the technic building. There's that. It just kills my phalanges. Dancing phalanges, dancing phalanges. Sorry, that's my Bones reference. So since December, thanks Bones. I know, right? I love it. Ah, now it broke did my toy. There we go. Timer ball for those playing the Pokemon game. Oh, Carrot, if you want to see the stickers I made, I put them on fourth wall already. Those are the Well, the stickers are the first product there, but uh, they're the ones that I made while I was playing Farm Sim and hanging out in your stream. And of course, all the other stuff that I have. I need to get another koozie, though. I don't know what happened to my koozie. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. There we go. There's one. And there's one. Like, what in the world? I did some logos and stuff for the quote unquote virtual companies from me streaming. The title of the Saturday night stream, Beer and Steer. I gotta change the name of my trucking company from Arctic Wolf Trucking to Looney Bin Trucking. So that uh, logo fits. All right. Don't do a goddamn thing they say. I need that piece and that piece and this piece. The Tuka Tuka Choo Choo sticker is also the badge that you can currently earn to commemorate all the choo choos we're building. Listen close, you can hear her crying. Get your butt over here. There we go. Daggum. Somebody's jamming out. Nope, that's the wrong one. I need this one. Somebody thinks they have a sound system. They want to make sure everybody can hear it. Come on. There we go. Then we need this, this, that, 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 and that. All right. So it goes there, and there. That goes there. Oh, I got the propeller for the PT-109. So I can replace the broken propeller. All right, now we flip this back up like so. We want to make sure that the wheels are down. That's the way they have it. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I don't know how, like on my screen here, the build looks like it's fairly well lit, but for me, it's kind of dimly lit. So sometimes it's hard to see what I'm doing. I got to move the build around a little bit. There we go. All right, so we need 6 of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We need 4 of these barrels. One, 2, 3, 4 of those. And 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, cool. We're going to build 2 of these. So let's go ahead and do each step twice. Look in your eyes, this is what I need. I can be your everything. There we go. I got a pineapple from the fishing game. Come on. There we go. Look in your eyes, and this is what I need. Bring this here. There we go. All right, now we need these 2, these 2, and these 2. I'm going to build 2 of these. Oh, it goes underneath. Okay. Wow, it's being really difficult to get that on top. That's because it doesn't go on top, dummy. There we go. All right. All these extra pieces here. All right, and then I'm thinking it wants these two smaller ones. And then we're on bag 39, just 2 bags left. This one in bag 40. Excuse me. Can't get closer. All right. What is 449 then? They look the same. Oh, no, it's not. So if you want it to go in a circle, you got to build it a certain way versus if you want it to be on display on the straight track. Does that mean it won't go around a corner? Because I do eventually want to build a track that goes around the room here. But if it can't turn a corner with the static build or the original build, I guess I'll just build it to the specs of the circle track. That way I know it can make a turn. So that's what we'll do. Yes, so notorious. Basically, the difference is going to be the cylinder cocks, the how big those are. In this moment, also yes, in this moment is a great group. What's her name? Maria Brink. I think it's Maria Brinks. The cylinder cocks. Um, it's what's used to collect the water from the steam when the engine is idle for a while, so you can purge the water out because water doesn't compress. So you got to make sure that you get the water out of the cylinders in order to allow the machine to work properly, and they call them cylinder cocks. But yes, yes, we are we are all 12-year-old immature children. So yes. But anyway, yes, the cylinder cocks for the circle track are shorter than the ones for the display straight track. And maybe that's what they're talking about. If you want it to be able to maneuver around, you'd have to build the smaller cylinder cocks. And because of carrot, I'm just going to keep saying that word. Speaking of steam engines, though, uh, wow, carrot, big boy, I think it's 4014 from the UP. It's supposed to be going up to Pennsylvania. I don't know where you're at in relation to where it's stopping at, but if you get the chance to go check it out, can you take some pictures for me? The closest it's coming to me is 5.5 hours away in Kansas City. Like, that is bullshit. You do know that train? Call me the worst. Well, if you're close enough to it when it comes to a stop, maybe you'll get blown by its cylinder cocks. That was bad. It should be life like a gypsy. Ow. Goes right by me ish. Cool. Lucky. I mean, that's closer than 5.5 hours. Well, it does go through St. Louis too, and I think St. Louis is only 5 hours away from us. But still, 5 hours just to go see it. Not practical. It's already passed by you? Huh. Well, shit. Is it already making its return trip back to the West Coast? Woo! It's up in Scranton. I might have to try and figure out a way to get over to Mac Builds, because he's up in the St. Louis area. Go hang out with him and then go see Big Boys that came through. Really, I can wait till the next time it comes through, because it comes through uh, the North Little Rock rail yard in Arkansas quite often. So I could wait until it came back by there, because that's closer to where I live. I do have railroad tracks that are literally a half mile from my house. And in fact, if I need to get to the interstate, I gotta cross the railroad tracks to get to the interstate. So I literally live on the other side of the tracks. I'm one of those people. The one your mom tells you not to hang out with because they live on the wrong side of the tracks. So it is looking like we're going to finish this probably not long after the ad break, which means we'll have about another hour to kill. So what do y'all think? Should I bring out my unfinished diamond dot? Or should we swap over to playing Farm Sim? What are y'all thinking? Withstand the storms that come my way. Once again. I even have railroads online, so if we didn't want to do Farm Sim, we could stick with the railroad theme. And we could play Railroads Online. Boop dots. And then this one is perpendicular. You ever look into that Till Valhalla site? So I did look at it. I had not heard of it before. And you know what's funny is immediately after I clicked on that website, then I started getting advertisements on like YouTube and stuff for it. So I was just like, really? I look at it one time, and Google and YouTube are like, you must want to see this all the time. I do also find it interesting that a lot of military members. Hang on a second. So it goes this way. Okay. How does that stay? That that just I don't like that. Um, but as religious as a lot of people are in the military, it's just funny that there's a lot of stuff with Valhalla and stuff like that. Um, Hello. What the? Excuse you. You didn't belong there. Just let go of me. Okay, did I do something wrong? Because this one is stiffer. Did I maybe use the wrong... Bet you I used the wrong ones. Nope, that's not going to work. There we go. These are light gray. The other ones are dark gray. I bet you that's what it happened, is I used the wrong... Yeah, I'm supposed to use dark gray. There we go. Yeah, that's not near as loose. A matter of time before I'm out of my mind. I think I need a lifeline. Okay, that's much more gooder. I'll leave it all behind. Somebody, somebody to bring me back to life. So, Carrot, how'd you find Till Valhalla Project? No, this one. And this one. So this piece goes there. That piece goes there. The YouTuber I watch partner. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'd never heard of them until you sent me that link. So the next charity that I'm going to support, um, like I said, is the DV Farm, and then the one after that is, um, oh, what is that one called? I want to say it's like Sheepdog something. Sheepdog Impact Assistance. That's what it's called. Um, I've actually got two friends who have benefited from the Sheepdog Impact Assistance. Again, it's another veteran organization, and one of my friends, um, he has a lot of issues, mobility issues, because he got blown up, and this organization helps with like post traumatic stress help and stuff like that. So it helps him with his his mind and everything getting back into the swing of things from being blown up. And him and his wife, when their daughter graduates high school, they're actually going to go up and they're going to work for a sheepdog impact assistance. Uh, and their daughter, she shoots archery with my daughter. So that's how I found out about that one. Ads will be starting soon. We do a 3 minute block of ads because 3 minutes is the minimum that you need per hour to get rid of pre roll ads. This way, when people come in to the stream, they don't have to see ads, they can see me and immediately join in our conversation. Additionally, that's not what I wanted. And there went my thought process. Um, You mean save the carrot, right? I want to start a charity. I'm going to call it Save the Kevin Foundation. 100% of the proceeds will go to their intended target. You know, they have this thing called GoFundMe. Very similar. It's not a charity, but, you know, do with that as you will. But anyway, the 3 minutes gives enough time for people to get up, stretch their legs, go use the restroom, grab a bite to eat, maybe get some more water or whatever, you know, hydrate, and then reconvene back here before the ads are over, and, you know, we can start anew in the next hour. Excuse me. During the ad breaks, I don't build, so if you're not subscribed or have Twitch Turbo, you're not going to miss anything, and we're in ads, so if you get ads, you're not going to hear what I just said, so... Finger! Because the Kevin is an extremely endangered species. Can we start a Save the Tuca charity? So for the next, we need that and that, and then we'll need that and these. And then we will need that. Nope. That. And then 2 wrenches. So these 2. All right, those will be the next step. And then that one. And that one. And then these 2 will be the step after that. These are parts that aren't being used right now, so those can go over there. And then good Lord have mercy, there is a lot of things here. Oh, the daughter is bringing in the kippy. Ah. And then this. And then these 2. And then this. That. 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 And that. That's all that step. And then we do it again. So we will need that, 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 and that. And that will be that step. All right, and it looks like we are back from ads. So let me scroll back up here to where we were. All right, we need to save Kevin. What's up, Lemon? How are you doing? Welcome in. Yes, we must save the Kevins. Because who else are we going to blame if all the Kevins are extinct? So we got to save the Kevins. That way we have somebody to put the blame on. Just working and lurking. We're working and a lurking. Well, thank you for the worky lurky. That'll be me the rest of the week. Well, except for Friday. We're going to try and take my son somewhere on Friday. I think we're taking him to Parrot Bay. It's a water park. I think that's what the wife and I agreed on. More than I know. I'll put that on. No. Oh, I'll put it on there right. All right, cool. Sorry, I'm slightly OCD about which way my pieces go. Because, like, so this piece right here, as you can see, has that little indent, and this side doesn't. Now, it has the hole in it, but it doesn't have the indent, so it doesn't look like it's imperfect, whereas that does. So I try to make the imperfect pieces on the inside so they're not as visible. So all right. What are you talking about, Frosty? This marble articulation allows for swinging and circular movements in key body parts, with the hip being a prime example. What is this joint type called? Oh, okay, yeah. Ball and socket, yeah. All right, and then these pieces here. And then we attach this all to the big engine. Maybe. All right. Now then, we do this. Anyway, so after I do those two charities, Carrot, I'll do some more research on Valhalla and see about doing a charity stream with them. Or for them. I've been wanting to do a charity stream for... Hey, Deusa! Been wanting to do a charity stream for the DV farm for a while now. I'm just trying to get my 500 for the Wounded Warrior project done before I go and do another charity stream. Thank you for the bed check. Make sure everybody's here. Enjoying the Tuca movie. As we try and build this Old West train that is becoming more and more delicate the further along we go with this. Pushing through work, eating a little lunch. I feel that. That's a lot of leftover parts over here. I had this scarf down my lunch before I started my stream because I was lurking around in Carrot's stream, and then I was also playing some farm sim while I was also working on some more stuff for my fourth wall, such as stickers. And then I looked up and it was a quarter till for me to start my stream. And I was like, well, crap. In fact, I still have my lunch sitting here underneath my, right here underneath my desk. Right there is the rest of my lunch. I didn't finish it. So, well, I thought we were going to, you know, be able to pull out my diamond dots. And we might still be able to, but we're not going to have as much time as I thought we were. Because I thought we were going to finish this like right after the last bit of ads, but it appears as though we will not. Got some intricate parts on the last build there. And this guy's got a nice big old beard. Look at this. Check out this beard piece. Complete with mustache. And look at his face. He's got a... Come on. There we go. Beard / mustache or whatever on his... printed on his face. There we go. That covers up his entire face. There's a bunch of small little intricate parts that kind of slowed down the build a little bit there. Daggum, he might as well be a robber. You can barely see his face. Between his hair and his beard. It's Tuca. That's who that is. It's Tuca. Back before I shaved, well, I didn't shave my beard. I trimmed my beard and I cut the hair on my head. I don't know where the hammer is. We'll find it later, but he's supposed to have a little hammer. Oh, he fell. So hopefully, gotta love Mondays. I love Well, I don't love Mondays because that means the next day is work day. I do like my Mondays though because my Mondays are actually Tuesdays. And we've got all kinds of stuff going on Tuesdays at work. So it does not feel like a Monday on my Tuesdays. Or yeah, my Mondays don't feel like Mondays because it's everybody else's Tuesdays. So blah 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 blah. Your Mondays are always the busiest. Well, and I prefer that because Mondays are such a drag. I prefer it to be busy. That way it gets it over with faster. Or at least it feels like it. I hate when the day just drags on because there's not much to do. Which is why I will go and try and find something to do. I don't care what it is. All right, so I'm going to build two of these. So we need those two, those two, those two, four of these, four of these. I usually put in an extra hour or two to get everything done. Nah, don't be putting in extra time. Because then you won't have anything to do on Tuesday. Gotta leave some work for Tuesday. See, I put in 100% each week. 8% on Monday. 22% on Tuesday. 50% on Wednesday. 15% on Thursday and 5% on Friday. There you go. There's your 100% for the week. I think I did all that right. I think my mathed correctly. If not, close enough for government work. Government, oh my God. Government work. And I work for the government, so. Hey, you walking away. So there'll be plenty of work on Tuesday, so you're not wanting it to pile up. So the problem that I ran into with my new job is there's a lot of work that needs to be done. And I came in, guns a blazing, trying to knock it all out in my first year. But you can't really do 5 years worth of work in a year. And I burned myself out real quick. It was bad. So I've learned to start pacing myself. I have to take breaks so I don't burn myself out again. You're basically self-employed. That can be nice. I know there's some challenges with being self-employed. I did have my own business for a couple of years. But I also wasn't fully reliant on my business. It was a side gig. I had a landscaping business. But it was just me. And I I about killed myself doing that. That was not a smart move on my part. Hello. I think that's the hardest part for me with doing my own business and stuff is I try to do too much and then I burn myself out. I don't think I'll ever own my own business again. I like the idea of it, but my health cannot handle it. I think if I ever try to do it again, it would literally kill me. Cuz I just can't regulate myself. How in the world? Maybe we do it this way? Dang it. There we go. I guess it's how you have to do it. What we have to wind up doing is we twist this out a little bit so we can place this inside it, and then we twist it back and clip it in here. That looks fairly even. Oh. Ha! Carrot! Carrot, are you still here? I has a carrot pin. It's a multicolored carrot pin.
That's your first library prize there.
So, the Air Base Library is doing a summer reading program. And once you hit, I think it's 300 minutes,
Yep.
you get a prize. And this is the first prize you get. It's a carrot pin. I got a carrot pin. I got a carrot pin. Na, 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 na.
You just want to do them all at once, or you want to put them up
All at once.
so 790 minutes?
Yep.
And this. And then this
Not
goes
greater
right
than
here.
600. So we'll do 600 minutes.
And then this goes. Come on, clip. There we go. All right. And then this. We need another one of these, and looks like a gun. And this goes here.
I was on that's a record song. It's like,
And then.
Let's see.
that's short.
Whoa, too far.
I think they can show the prizes on the face.
All right, there's that.
I feel like they used to, but then they.
Well, I already put that one on because I'm an overachiever. Got so much I need to say.
I don't offhand remember. This is mine and that bag. With people can each other. I can do it on my desk.
There we go.
Just everybody watch when they see people. I could have got
And then
gotten
we
one
need the roller
or $1, $2.
and another wrench.
And you just have a picture I sent you.
I did.
That's going to be the most spot.
So I was like, that can't be posted.
She's bigger than the seal.
I guess you just look at it. Yeah, I just I'm making a run.
All right. Well, I attempted to show Carrot. I don't know if he saw it or not because I don't know if he's still in the stream or not. But he was in stream earlier. And then Deuce is eating a little lunch while she's working. And then these two. Go like so.
Don't forget you promised Boy Wonder we could go so they don't. But it's 2 to 4. So.
Yeah. All right. There's that. I need this. That. That. Not that one. I need this one. And then not that. Oh, it must be this clear one here. It looks gray. And this piece here will go right here. And then we stab it. Stabby, stabby. We're making the smokestack. Looks like this piece goes here, and then this piece goes here. And the whole thing goes like so. Gotta build the bell. I hear the bell. However, though, I'm going to do it this way. I'm not going to do it the way they did it. I'm going to do it
Okay, this is the one that's coming.
the way that makes more sense to me.
Isn't here yet.
Instead of trying to put it all on the bar and then snap it down to the other bar, I'll just build it on the bar, like so. Ding, 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 ding.
So what does this say? What I put that as
And we gotta leave a spot, and then there. And then we need this. We need another. Oh, there's his hammer. I knew we'd find it eventually. We found Tuka's hammer. Need that, 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 and this. So this. So this. There's that. About all of that, though. Honestly, I'm just like you. There we go. And then, yes. Oh, it came in already?
no, wait, that debit. If it's on your link to your account or the name of it. You want your phone back? I mean, on Earth it says if we're going to activate this account number, but shouldn't actually have it. I don't want to activate it while it's not in possession.
Okay. Ah. God. There we go. There we go. All right. Oh, that was a pain in the butt. And that is it. All right, so let me grab the track. Did I hear the bell? I heard the bell. Nacho Libre be tripping. I love Gabriel Iglesias. With an I. Ooh, don't fall. All right. So I want to be able to show off the whole train, but my camera's not big enough, so we're going to have to move it along. So this here is the car that has the horse in it. This here's our dining car. And then there we go. Then we have our freight car with the safe and the piano. Speaking of which, I need to find a piece. And I'm pretty sure I had a spare piece from today. I should be able to use for it. No. Alright, so I got to order a piece from Lego. I got to order another one of these gray pieces here for this one. They gypped me. Uh-oh. Mad Lib raiding in with a party of 9. Welcome in, everybody. Lady MacBrick, how are you? Now let's get the locomotive on here. Wow, it just does fit. It does not go very far. It just does fit.
That's how the other trains are over here too.
So Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you, Mad Lib, for raiding with the party of 9. Polar Bricks, welcome in. How is everybody doing? Thank you so much for bringing in your community. If you have to raid and run, I understand because, you know, streaming is taxing work. So, Waffles, welcome in. Welcome in. For those that don't know, I am Crazy Manituka. You can call me just Tuka. Or you can call me Crazy. That's what some people call me. But there's a lot of crazy people out there. So if you want to call me Tuka, you can call me Tuka. We actually just finished building the Old West train from Bricklink. We were just about to show it all off. We have our locomotive here that we just finished building. I got to support the back car back here because it's trying to fall off the desk. We've got our coal tender. We have the freight car that's got the safe and the piano on it. Move some stuff out of the way because my desk is not big enough. Then we have the dining car, and I'll pick these up as well and show y'all some of the stuff about it. And then, I mean, this thing is long. Holy cow. And then we have this car back here is the car with the horse in it. So we slide this door open. You can see the horse inside. And there's some straw on the ground. Thank you for shouting out Mad Lib their book. Oop.
Yeah, I needed to finish my round.
Dang it, I'm trying to get the tires. Trying to get the trucks back on the track here. Alright. And this here is the dining car. As you can see inside, we got the lamps and everything inside. I don't want to take that roof off. It was a pain in the butt to get that roof on there. Because it's got to go over these poles. It's a pain in the butt. And as I was mentioning before, y'all rated in on this freight car right here. We have the piano, the safe, and a couple other things. But I have to get with Lego and order a new piece. I need this gray piece here for this one to go up here. I got gypped one piece. But I thought that piano was really cool to build. It was really nice. We finished the coal tender not long after we started. Really, we just had to put the trucks on the bottom. But that's the coal tender. Even comes with a shovel so you can shovel the coal. And then, of course, we just finished the locomotive. Putting this piece on the top here was a bit of a pain because some of these valves here, they didn't want to sit properly. But it was a pretty interesting build. Here you have the inside with the firebox, the valves, and everything. Is this a train that can be motorized? They did not include motorized instructions, but I'm sure I can probably adapt it. I want all of mine to be motorized at some point because I want them all traveling around the room. So the cow guard here on the front, we actually built. I know there is a red piece, a red cow guard that you can put that a lot of designers do for their locomotive. They use the red cow guard, but this one they actually had you build the cow guard, which was kind of neat. Let me scroll through the instructions here at the end and see if they provide instructions on motorizing. I don't remember seeing anything about motorization. No, they don't have anything in here for motorization. If I was to guess on motorization, we would probably put it here in the coal tender because there's really not anywhere to put it in the locomotive. So it'd probably go in the coal tender, which, excuse me. I think it's. We're gonna go for a little ride. Don't mind the mess. So, that train down there, Lumi Bricks. The coal tender there has a spot in it where you can put the motorized parts in. And I have one other train somewhere that has a coal tender. Oh, it's the Mickey Mouse train up there. You can see the red one right there. The red car. That's the Mickey Mouse train. It's got a coal tender as well, which has the option or the spot for putting in the motorized components. So, and of course I got the Kobe Bricks locomotive over there. I don't know if you saw that. I got a whole bunch of trains and stuff. I love trains. My dad was an engineer for Union Pacific Railroad for 10 years before he got medically retired. And he also has a huge train, model train, HO scale in his shed that we used to play with when I was a kid. And I've just loved trains. So I'm glad I've been able to build a bunch of Lego trains. And the Lego trains look fairly realistic. I like them. I wish their planes were more realistic. But as I've talked with Lego before, they like the fantasy. They don't want to have kids dealing with the realities of life at such a young age. They want to try and keep them in that fantasy world, which I understand. But there are a lot of Legos that are dedicated to adults, and I would love to play with some adult ones. But it is what it is. I'm enjoying them all, and I eventually want to have what my dad has. He has what we call the train shed, but mine's going to be all Legos, whereas his was all HO scale. So, but I want to thank you again for raiding in. We're actually going to be raiding out soon ourselves. I got to find somebody to raid into. I promised my son that we would go to Sonic for their happy hour so he can get a slushie with his Sonic gift card that he won from school. So we're probably going to raid into GH316 because he is currently building an alternate build for a Star Wars set 75375. He's building, oh my gosh, he's building the USS Voyager out of a Star Wars set. So we're going to raid into GH316 because he is a fellow Lego builder as well. Let me go ahead and give you a follow though, and thank you for raiding in. All right. So thank you everybody for hanging out. I'm actually glad that we got this done in just 4 streams. Now, granted, the first stream was a long one, but we got it all done in 4 streams. The next Lego build that I'm going to do is another Bricklink build. It's the logging train. And it looks like it's got some trestles and stuff, so that's going to be a fun one as well. So we will start that on next Monday. Don't forget, my wife, Book Loving Builder, will be streaming tomorrow. I believe she's starting the T-Rex build because I think...
The start. I started it last week.
Oh, okay. She started it last week, but she's going to be building the T-Rex build because otherwise Alex will, be mad.
Alex.
So... Hi, Alex. I appreciate you lurking. Hopefully your tooth gets better.
Alex demands.
So, and then she'll be streaming Thursday as well. I will not be streaming Saturday like usual because we will be at the Hellstorm concert. So I will see y'all, like I said, next Monday. Let's go and get ready to go see GH316. So we got the raid started. Let's get the raid messages set up. Hey, Christmas Bricker, how you doing? And in case anybody gets left behind, here is the shout out of where we're going. I got to remember to copy my own raid message because I forget. However, my chat keeps moving. All right. Next time. I appreciate it, man. Y'all have a good one. And like I said, I will see y'all next Monday when we start the Bricklink logging train build. Y'all have a good rest of your work week. And we will see y'all in another stream or next Monday. Bye. Thank you for raiding in, Madlib.